I'm John. I've lived now in North Uphold for 13, 14 years or so. I was a workaholic. It was 6 days a week, 7 days a week if I could. Life was good, really. I had a wife and a child, a daughter. So from life being up there, very enjoyable, to being told now, well, you've got this chronic liver disease, it was just a sudden shock to the system, you know. It was after a series of illnesses, really. I'd suffered of fatigue, really chronic fatigue, itchy skin, and my eyes were really yellow. So I thought, there's something wrong here. Went to see the doctor, and it was found that through having haemochromatosis, that had caused cirrhosis of the liver. But that was a difficult time, really, because it hit me the guilt more than anything, because I had some mental health issues when I was younger. As it was, I took an overdose of tablets, ended up in hospital, which was quite a dark time, a difficult time as well for me. But I got over that, got my life back in order. I met my wife, and life really sort of began for me then. It was like the start of my life. I really enjoyed it. So when 2014 came, and I was now forced into this retirement, and everything that I enjoyed was took away almost, I felt this overwhelming guilt that, well, this is all my fault because of the way I acted when I was younger with, you know, the overdose and allowing things to get on top of me. It's my fault, this. There was that guilt attached to it more than anything. When they then explained, well, it was actually through haemochromatosis, it's a hereditary thing, something that I wasn't in control of, it still felt as though, well, yeah, so how have I done it then? What have I done to myself? You do feel very alone, you know, almost to the point of which just you by yourself, and you forget that other people have got this disease as well. It just becomes something that isolates you in a way, especially if you don't know how to talk about it, because you start to think the worst. And it was funny that it was at that time I was going to see my consultant in Ysbyty Gwynedd, and she just happened to mention to me as I was leaving, oh, she said, by the way, the Liver Trust are in your area this month. She said, why don't you go along and meet Julie? She's the representative here for North Wales. So I thought, well, I'll go and have a look, see what it's about. So I went in and I found Julie, lovely person, really got on with her so well straight away. And then she said, we have these get-togethers, like a support group here in North Wales. Do you want to come along? And I thought, well, do I really want to? I was a very private person. So the thought of going along to a group, is that for me really? Anyway, I did do. I went along, and I've never looked back. They were a fantastic group of people that were willing to talk about their illnesses, you know. They were willing to talk about the coping strategies, what helped them to keep going, what motivates them every day. I found out that they were a lot worse off physically than I was. They had a lot more to contend with than I did. And they were just so positive. And I thought, well, how come? And I realised it was because they were talking about it. They were sharing their feelings. And then they had this coping mechanism almost, because they were sharing instead of bottling it up. I didn't feel then as isolated or lonely as I did before, because now there was this group of people that were there to help one another. So then it led me to want to talk about it, which really is then the start of, I guess, the healing process, isn't it? Since that time, that's when I've become a little bit more optimistic, you know, with good care, which I get from Ysbyty Gwynedd, and with my positive outlook, I feel as though, yeah, I can start enjoying life again, I think. And I guess that's what the Liver Trust has been to me all the way through it, really. It's like this bridge between the medical and emotional needs, and it really filled that need for me at that time. So I've really, really been thankful to them. It's just unbelievable. It's helped me immensely.